Thanks for joining us here at Rose Quartz Mediumship. We're joining you today from Virginia Beach, and I wanted to talk a little bit about frequency. Oftentimes I watch people struggle with the difference of the same energy on different sides of a scale. And I want to break that down a little bit so that you can explore this if it's something that you're drawn to. When you look at the difference between nervous and excited, for me those are the same energies, and the difference is frequency and mindset. So if I'm going to do something that I've never done before, I can either tell myself the story that I'm nervous, or I could tell myself the story that I'm excited. And those for me are the same thing at different frequencies. There's a different mindset there. And largely it has to do with what I'm looking for an outcome. What I'm trying to attract into my life through law of attraction. When I look at the frequency or the vibration of nervous, it's a fear-based energy. And when I look at the energy and the frequency of excited, it's a state of trust and surrender. And so every day I get the ability to pick my mindset. I get to choose. Do I want to be in the frequency of fear, or do I want to be in the frequency of trust and surrender? Do I want to tell myself the story that I'm nervous? Or do I want to tell myself the story that I'm excited? And I want to go over this in a different example. If there's something that's happening in my life that's unpleasant, I'm not enjoying the experience, I can either sit in a victim spot or I can sit in an empowered spot. I can either tell the story that this is happening to me. This is happening to me. Or I can tell the story that this is happening for me, even if I can't see or understand what the for me is yet. I'm a huge believer that the universe is always protecting us, and sometimes that can feel really confusing when we're in a moment that feels really uncomfortable. It can feel like we're failing. It can feel like we're losing. It can feel like we are giving up something that we don't want to give up. And if we just wait, oftentimes the explanation comes. We're able to see later why that event, why that situation was actually happening for us. It may have been a protective thing. It may have been an expansive thing. It may have been putting us into alignment. But it was happening for us. And in the moment, it might feel like it's happening to us. But if we hold the frequency of a lesson, if we hold the frequency of this is happening for me, I can't see why yet, but I know it's happening for me, then we're gonna probably have a very different experience than sitting in the energy of victim, where it's happening to me. This is happening to me. This event, this situation, this scenario is happening to me. Then I am not in a place of empowerment. I'm in a place of victimhood. For me, those are the same things on different ends of the frequency spectrum. And so when you think about changing your life, it largely has to do with changing the frequency that you're in. And so if the story that you're telling yourself is that this situation, this scenario, this event is happening to you, that's one particular frequency. And I'm just going to invite you to take a moment and think about something that has happened in your reality that felt unpleasant. And I just want you to feel the frequency of this is happening to me, and then really tune in and feel the frequency of this is happening for me. And this is the magical thing about being a human. You get to decide. You get to decide the story that you want to tell yourself. You get to decide if you're going to say that this is happening to you, or if you're going to say this is happening for you. And that can feel really easy when the answer is obvious about why it's happening for you. When that piece isn't clear, when it's kind of unclear how this would be happening for you and not to you, that is the place that real empowerment happens, that real shift happens. When you can hold the frequency of trust, when you can hold the frequency of surrender in uncomfortable situations, that is when your reality will change significantly. I'm a huge, huge believer that who we are being in the moments of discomfort largely determines our reality. Who are you being in the moment when things are not going smoothly? Are you being a victim or are you being empowered? Who are you being in that moment? Not who do you want to be, but who are you being? What is the story that you're telling yourself? What is the frequency that you are sitting in? If you can sit in the frequency of trust and surrender when your life is blowing up around you, and you just hold that frequency and you say, I know that this is for my highest good. I can't see it right now. I don't understand it right now, but I sure trust it. You are going to have a very different life than if you are sitting in the frequency of, why is this happening to me? Why me? Poor me. Something that I think is important to think about and talk about is what you're looking for out of a particular situation. If you're looking for attention, then sitting in the victim frequency is the right frequency for you, because you're going to get a lot of attention in that place of being a victim. If you're looking for expansion, if you're looking for growth, if you're looking for change, then you probably want to be in the frequency of trust and empowerment. And so really, really ask yourself, what are you looking for? Are you looking to change? Are you looking to grow? Are you looking for attention and pity? And there is no wrong answer. Sometimes we need attention. Sometimes we need pity. And so it's okay. Sit in that victim seat and get the attention and get the pity. And keep asking yourself what it is that you're looking for. And if the frequency that you're sitting in is aligned with what you're actually looking for. If they're not aligned, choose a different mindset. Choose a different frequency. You get the right to determine who you are being in any given moment.